All right, everybody, Zaxter99 with my feedback, my input, I guess, on one of the absolute worst updates and DLCs in the history of Dead by Daylight. Over 9 years now. I've been playing Dead by Daylight since back before it even launched, back in the pre-beta testing. And this is by far the worst update, the laziest update I've ever seen Behavior do. And it's quite embarrassing because this is a massive license they just got with The Walking Dead. They got the rights to Rick and Michonne Grimes, to Daryl Dixon, and to the upcoming release of Maggie from The Walking Dead as well. Like, how could they drop the ball this bad? The clown is completely broken. We have tons of killers playing the clown because basically all they have to do is further speed gas their feet and speed up to ridiculous speeds. And it makes tunneling clowns all the more toxic, sweaty, unfun to play against. Clowns are completely broken. I don't know how they messed up the clown changes so badly. Not only that, guys, we got a loading screen that looks like it has like a 2D sprite somehow appeared to it. This is on every game. Every console, every player playing this game sees this broken ass 2D sprite in the loading screen, as we see right here. What an embarrassment. How can you not see this when you playtest your own game before you launch such a major update? Unless you don't playtest your own game. Just Behavior, with all the developers they have, with all the money they make, not playtest their own goddamn game? What the hell is going on, Behavior? And then, guys, we have Streetwise, a perk that was launched in August of 2016. Over 9 years ago. A Nia perk that is completely broken. As we see right here, in this clip. Ooh, Commodious Toolbox. That's 2 times. It doesn't show people on my icons on the UI that I'm doing this either. I mean, they'd have to actually see me doing it. So I just jacked a toolbox, a Commodious Toolbox, out of another chest, and Plunder's Instinct obviously gave me a better quality item. I did this one like 12 times. I did it more times than I did the healing kit. Like, this thing should be running down fast. Like, there's no way it should even do half a gen. It's barely getting used. And it's doing it 50% faster. It's making the repair speed 50% faster. And Behavior says this isn't anything game-breaking. So there's no reason to fix it. That's terrible, Behavior. How is this not game-breaking? This is the first time I've used Streetwise to try to abuse the exploit just to see it, because I saw a couple of videos saying that this was said it wasn't game-breaking by Behavior. This is insane. I just did a gen in like, so it should take like a minute and a half, and I think I did a gen in like a minute. Because 50% extra speed, yeah, that would mean you do a minute and a half gen solo in a minute. That's extremely game breaking. Imagine if everybody was using Streetwise. And look at the durability on my fucking. Look at the durability on my fucking. And what does Behavior do about Streetwise being completely broken, where you can give a healing kit or a toolbox infinite charges very easily by simply spamming the item in and out of the chest you looted out of? You can give it absolute crazy charges. I think it like doubles the charges every time you put the item in and out of the chest that you looted out of. But you do have to loot the item out of a chest. You can't just take Streetwise and an item in. You do have to find a chest. Plunder's Instinct obviously will help you with that and give you better items. But I'm not telling you survivors how to exploit the game. I mean, that's on you if that's what you want to do, if that's the person you want to be. I'm not saying killers wouldn't fully take advantage of an exploit, but survivors, if you're taking advantage of this exploit, I mean, shame on you, right? Shame on you. You can abuse any kind of a broken perk like this you want and make logical excuses as to why you're doing it. Well, killers are playing clown or this or that. You can, provide your own logic to justify your exploiting and basically cheating in a game any way you want to. But you're still taking advantage of an exploit and abusing the system. More shame goes on to behavior for not even admitting they've made a game-breaking bug in the game. We see today, August 4th, on the official Dead by Daylight forums. This is not like Steam forums or something like that. No, this is on the Behavior website, behavior.com. Somebody asked, why is Streetwise not kill switched? Kill switch means, why not take it out of the game, make it so it can't be used until they provide a fix for it. And we have the member, administrator, mod, and coordinator for Behavior themselves. Somebody that works for Behavior, Jocelyn Awaken, saying, Streetwise does not meet the criteria for a kill switch. It sucks to have to say that plainly, as the last thing I want to do is minimize player concerns or frustrations. The team is aware it's being monitored, but it's not breaking the game. How the hell can you say this when somebody can get infinite charges on a toolbox or a medkit? So let's take a look at toolboxes, for example. In that clip that I played, I had a Commodious toolbox. Comes with 32 charges. I spammed it in and out of the toolbox, or the chest that I took it out of, several times, and I had basically infinite charges. I got a plus 50% repair speed on that, right? So you could essentially take an engineer's toolbox. If you found an engineer's toolbox in a chest, you could again, even though it has less charges by default, you could again spam this thing in and out of a chest like 10 times, 15 times, whatever. It only take you like a minute. And then you have infinite charges, just like I did with the Commodious toolbox in the clip. And then you essentially double the repair speed. It increases the repair speed by 100%. That means that a generator that would normally take a solo survivor a minute and a half to repair can now be done in 45 seconds. You multiply that by 5 gens in the game, guys, that you have to repair. What if every survivor in the game was doing a SWIP and all of them were taking Streetwise, right? And you took like a coin offering. Everybody put in an offering to add another chest to the game or whatever. That would be absolutely game breaking, and the killer would not have a chance. The killer would not have a chance no matter what perks he had. How is that not game breaking to Behavior? I mean, it's Behavior's fault for all these bugs. But we look at the new map in Dead by Daylight. The new Walking Dead map is one of the laziest maps I've ever seen added to the game. Absolutely excruciatingly lazy. We have the hospital doors here, beware, dead inside or whatever behind the doors, but it's a completely broken, just little piece of a building thrown onto essentially the same map they've already used. One of the laziest maps I've ever seen. It's mind-boggling how lazy this new update, this new Walking Dead update is. And like I said, a massive license that you should be paying respect to, massive respect to, instead of making one of the laziest content updates that you've ever had in the existence of Dead by Daylight. There's just so much broken stuff with this game, guys. The actors that have done voice lines for Rick and Daryl, we know that Michonne has voice lines by somebody else, but we have a few official voice lines by the actors behind Daryl Dixon, who is Norman Reedus, and Andrew Lincoln, who is doing Rick. We have a handful of voice lines that are officially done by them, but then we have like some substituted lines, some lines just thrown in by actors that don't even sound anything like these actors. And they have them doing voice lines, and the difference in these voice lines is absolutely terrible. It's like they didn't even try. It's like they didn't even try to find somebody that had a similar voice to Andrew Lincoln and Daryl Dixon. Like, what are they thinking? Behavior should be absolutely humiliated by this release. And guys, I hate to say it, but this is the kind of terrible and lazy update that could ruin a game. This could be the start of Dead by Daylight's downfall and, collapse. Because this doesn't show any good signs by behavior. Them not even acknowledging that Streetwise right now is game breaking and needs to be stopped. How simple is it to go in there and dead switch, Streetwise? That's very simple. All they have to do is make it not usable until they can find a proper fix for it. But it's like they don't even care. All they seem to care about is if you're buying the Daryl Dixon skin, or if you'll buy the cosmetics and, the skins for Rick, and if you'll be buying the skin for Maggie when she comes to the game here in a couple weeks. That seems to be all behavior cares about is money, 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 money. They don't seem to give a damn about the state of the game, no matter what they say. So to Matthew Cote and everybody else associated with behavior, shame on you. From one of your biggest fans and somebody who's pumped in thousands of hours into your game since it launched back in 2016, I am extremely disappointed in the direction that Dead by Daylight is going. I want to know what you guys have to say, though. What do you guys think about the state of Dead by Daylight right now? I mean, I love The Walking Dead, and I purchased the DLC because I love the Walking Dead and everything that's behind the TV show. But this is a catastrophe. And behavior should be truly humiliated and embarrassed by this. But instead, it just seems like they don't give a damn. My question is, do you? Let me know down in the comments below. This has been Zaxxon99. We'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care.